Hey guys, back with another build video, and this is the case I'm going to be using. As you can see here, it's the Gamer Chief Neo. I really do like this case. There's a couple of awesome features straight away. You've got tempered glass, these two front fans are RGB, and behind here, well, this part here, that all lights up as well, and you can change the different colors, and I'm pretty sure that this button that's here, that's the one that you can change the different colors. Hasn't even been opened yet, but behind here as well is a place to put my Blu-ray drive, which I wanted to. Most of the cases I could see that were around about sort of that over the $100 mark and whatnot else, they're starting to steer away from even having any space for drives. So I still kind of use them now and then, but I just like to have it there anyway. So this is the specs. As you can see here, we've got it's a mid tower. It's got the tempered glass, as you can see. Yeah, and the two RGB fans on the front. It's just got a normal on the back. But apart from that, it's yeah, it suits me quite well. So this case here was $109. I've already seen it on display at PLE Computers, and they're actually using this particular one for their Ultimate Gamer pre-built one. So anyway, I thought I'd see how this goes. This should suit me quite well, and we'll go from there. Cool. Okay, she's out of the box now, and we can have a look at it in all its glory. It actually looks pretty cool. It looks the part. It definitely looks the part. And yeah, we do have the tempered glass, but I don't know. This is all still bloody hear it. You know, it's still very flimsy. It's, you know, just got a couple of cool features going for it and whatnot else, but no bulge on the back. I mean, we'll see when we take the tempered glass off how much. I mean, kind of looks like we're dealing with a bit. But anyway, this is what I said when I was looking at the box. This was the LED, but it's not. It's actually here in there. You can change the, obviously, the different colors and whatnot else. But they're the RGB fans in there. I just wanted to point out as well that most cases that you get just come with foam, but well, you know, the polystyrene that just goes around the actual thing. But this is new. It's, yeah, that soft sort of foamish sort of stuff. But anyway, but apart from that, I noticed this straight away. I mean, this just, look at this. That's it. I mean, that looks impressive, but you know, you've still got the drive here, so I don't know. I don't know what we're dealing with that at the moment. I'll leave that off actually. But let's take this tempered glass off. Hopefully this doesn't go to fail army. Comes off and it smashes. Oh, Jesus. Okay. There we go. So it's off. So we've got little cushioning and whatnot else, but straight away, you know, it's still, you know, it's no John's bow or anything, but yeah. I mean, the fans look very impressive, because what I was actually going to do here is I was actually going to put a double radiator there and then have it coming from there. I mean, there looks like there's definitely room for that to actually, you know, put that double radiator in there and then having it come to there, but we'll soon see. I mean, I like all this where you can hide most of the bits and pieces. You know, obviously my SSD will go along there. Well, I don't know. If I put the double radiator there, then I don't think I'll be able to. But anyway, look, there is, you know, enough room to put exactly what I want in here anyway. So yeah, that's it. I mean, the other thing, that's not a lot of room. I just recently did that video with the deep cool, and that was really impressive. I mean, that was, you know, a lot, like twice that. So that's going to be a bit of a challenge, but you've got all this down here, so that's cool that you can actually hide all the cables inside there and whatnot else. So yeah, I mean, I'll show you what I'll be putting into this, but it's not anything crazy. But anyway, cool. Okay, here we go. This is everything apart from a few bits and pieces that I already had, like the PSU and some fans and whatnot else. But this is everything that's going in it, and yeah. So let's get into it, I guess. So this is something that I got off Scorptech computers. It's just an online thing, and I couldn't find it at PLE, but it was a good price. So this was usually 105, but I got it for 85 bucks, and I think it was, I don't know, 10 bucks delivery or something. So this was, you know, a good board for me. It looks the part. It's got everything that I need. I think it's got 2 spots to put M2 SSDs and stuff like that. But anyway, that's fine for me. That works really well. And I went for this, and with the mining, crypto mining boom at the moment, graphics cards are harder and harder to get a hold of for good prices, so I couldn't justify spending the amount of money on a 1070 Ti or 1080 or whatever. So this is fine. This will work for me really well. So anyway, so it's the 6GB one that's got, you know, it's got the RGB, which goes with everything else that I've actually got so far. But anyway, and this is the cooler that I'm going to be using. As I said, I'm talking about maybe putting it at the front and taking those existing RGB fans off that case and putting them somewhere else or whatever, and still using these existing ones. And I'm hoping that from looking at this and then looking at what was in the actual case when I opened it up, that this all may go together so it's all synced. We'll see how we go. So I went for these parts here. I got these off eBay. Again, I was going to go for 8th gen or something like that, because this can do 8th gen, but I decided to not. Just price wise and everything like that. So so I got this. I think it's a good, you know, it's 6th gen. It's unlocked. Yeah, it'll do me well. And I got these as a pack, but I have noticed that they are different speeds, which kind of sucks, because that was not told to me when I got them. Originally was bidding on these ones with the red, and he just said, look, I've got another set, I'll do it for the same price. And I was like, no worries at all. But you know, as you can see there, I think one's 3,000, one's 200 or whatever. Yeah, anyway, they're different speeds, but I'm sure that once they all go together, they'll come down to 2133s and go from there. So that's all we've got. So we'll start putting them together. Hey guys, I just want to throw this in really quickly. So when this case first, when you've seen it before, when I first unboxed it, these ones here were like so, and they were on this side. And I thought about, I think I mentioned that I was thinking about putting the radiator in here, which I am, but as you can see, the fans actually do fit in between this cavity on the outside. They actually do. I've already tested it and they're fine, so I'm able to do a push-pull. Okay, cool. I just wanted to throw this quickly in as well. Sorry about my voice, I'm getting a bit of a cold, but when you take off this little, when you put the drive into here, you get this little panel, which just comes off, and you know, you've got like your little locating lugs and whatnot else. Now, I found that when I'm putting this in, I'm, you know, a bit of a perfectionist. I want things to be actually nice and neat and everything. Just quickly, this I'm dealing with. Mental. Anyway, RGB, eh? So I just found this out, that if you put this in here, then you can put it in here, and then that actually fits in there. I'll put that in a moment. I have to actually just bend that clip in and it goes in there, but then you can cover that up, so you won't see anything. Cool. Okay guys, I thought I'd throw this in as quickly as I can. So this is what you're dealing with when you're dealing with RGB. And not just that, but there was a lot of cables on this build, a lot more than what I was expecting. And when they were all just sitting around, just hanging there, I thought to myself, wow, I don't think I'm gonna fit all this in. But it's come together quite well. But this is what you're dealing with when you get your RGB, if you've done it before, the 4-pin stuff. And this actually comes with 4 of them, 4 connections, which is great. But I was even more luckier. So when I actually put in the cooler down here, that actually came with a splitter of 3. So I had 1, 2, 3, 4 fans that are all RGB. Then you have the CPU cooler itself, and then you have the Gamer Chief thing on the front,
and then you have this, you know, this little LED here as well. So you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 all up, and I was just really, really lucky. I think, sorry, I take it back. I don't think this one actually counts because that's already powered anyway. So you've only got 6, and that's probably the reason why I've ended up with this one. So I was able to do it no problem at all. So we'll soon find out if I've actually done all this right, and we'll turn it on and see how it goes. But I just wanted to show you that these cables, without this cavity down here, throwing some of these in, I'm so sorry, it looks rubbish, but I promise you it looks great from the other side. And but yeah, without that cavity and putting some of it in there, it wouldn't have happened. Okay, here's the inside of it, just to show you after it's all been done and all cabled up and whatever else. And so this is what I wanted to show you. As you can actually see, this is all blacked out. This is the actual panel that was in front of this, and it just goes in really, really well. You can hardly even see it. It's great, and it just covers the RGB controller that comes with this. You can actually see all a bunch of white wires and everything, so it covers that really, really nicely. And there you go. It's all in. It goes really well without this cavity down here. That would have been quite hard to hide all the cables, but it looks good, and yeah, it's very, very clean. I'm pretty happy with it so far, and yeah. Cool. Okay, here we are, finished product. Everything is completely all together, all wired up, all done, nothing more to do. I will power this up in a moment and let you have a look at it and see the features of the actual, the lights and whatnot else. Again, I apologise about my voice, I am getting that cold. So anyway, so as we move on, interesting thing about this case as compared to nearly all the other cases that I do, usually you have your HDD or your hard drive LED, you have a reset switch, everything like that. This has one cord that goes to the actual motherboard, and that is just the power switch straight out. Was the weirdest thing. I was thinking, oh my god, there's missing wires or whatever, and I kept on searching, but no. The other interesting thing I found out about this is that this door itself is quite heavy, and I think that's a feature that it actually just shuts itself, but when the drive is coming in and out, this will start to close, and then the drive will shut. So I don't know. And the other thing as well is that this doesn't actually open all the way. You feel as though you're gonna you feel as though you're gonna break it. But I mean, don't get me wrong, I mean, I wanted it because I've got a Blu-ray drive and I still use it and whatnot else, so this was perfect for me. But don't get too carried away with this, thinking that this is, I mean, I don't know if this is Gamer Chief's like top of the line or anything, and yeah, it says it's RGB and it's tempered glass, but that's it. Everything else is still its standard form of sort of, I wouldn't say cheaply made, but it's still a relatively, cheaper case, if you will. But it's got the looks. It's got the looks, and I found out that it had more features than what it actually says that it does. For example's sake, I can actually get the two fans on the outside, which it doesn't mention. Yeah, and you possibly can't see, when I'll open it up, you'll be able to see, you can't see any of the wires and whatever else. So out as well, here I was thinking that, oh my god, I can't fit any of the cables, but this hasn't bulged at all, and there was plenty of space because this cavity down here, so you can throw a lot of the cables underneath there. But yeah, anyway, cool. I'll power it up. Okay, we're all done, we're all plugged in, so fingers crossed, and we'll see how we go, eh? Looks pretty cool so far. Anyway, I'll draw the blinds so we can sort of see it maybe just a little bit better for you. Grab the bloody blind. There you go. Not too sure why it's stuck on green at the moment, but anyway. But we're cool by the looks of it that we've still got all of this sort of going. It's all synced perfectly actually. Down here. Gigabyte thing. Anyway, it doesn't really matter. But they're all fine. They're all cool. We're all good. Anyway, so let's test this switch wherever it is. Okay, so yellow, white, I'm guessing, blue, yep, orange, purple, red. Oh. Anyway, so red, green, yellow, white, blue, purple. Okay, there we are. So there we go. So there's the these are the other ones I said that it came with the actual, with this one here, and that had the splitter and that was able to do all that. So yeah, it's all perfectly synced, which is awesome. Anyway, so there we are. It's all going. It's all synced. It's perfectly well. I'm not too sure if with most other RGBs where they have the 4-pin, I'm pretty sure that they actually do. So if you do get this, then you know, maybe investing in that splitter as such. And the funny thing is that when I got this here, this came with its own little control. Now this own little control was probably exactly the same as what's in here anyway, and it was just like, it looked like a little thumb drive as such, and I really thought about whether I would have to put that in there, but I don't. Yeah, but I could have actually used it, because this one you can actually, with the other one, there was an actual button on there that actually had off, so you could turn them off completely. But I didn't. I don't need to use it. I don't think I need to use it. And yeah. So there you go. So that is the Gamer Chief Neo, and I don't know why it said on the box that it was Red 12, but I'll look into it maybe later. But anyway, thanks for watching, and yeah, hope you liked it. Thanks.